glossary. Backslide, when you ride with your back foot on its side and grab that front foot in the air. You'll find it's a soul grind. Back foot sliding and front foot riding perpendicular. Now, it's time to rewind. Up a grind or stall, and a spin. But it's real hip when you monkey flip. Plant one hand down and do a sideways spin. Now, you've got a clue.
Siyake Yalbe had a clue, taking the first ever gold medal in women's inline street. The 21-year-old from Japan says that when she rides handrails in Tokyo, the police say to her, quote, just say no, or they wish her luck. Her grinds on the rails at Mission Bay Park were done with crafty precision. As expected, Fabiola da Silva defended her inline vert title. The Brazilian, known as Fabiola, no last name is needed, was an unknown 1 year ago. She did not speak English. Now fluent in English, she's one of the top attractions on tour. She skates 4 times a week, 4 to 5 hours at a time. And meanwhile, the future is here in men's inline. Defending gold medalist Arlo Eisenberg knows what it's like to be the young guy on the scene. He knows how dangerous those young skaters can be. His challenger looked innocent. He was the smallest male in the X Games at 4'9", 90 pounds. But Aaron Feinberg was having a pretty good day, his birthday. Paul Higgins and Jack Edwards covered the inline competitions.
It was all about drive. Arlo Eisenberg owned the neighborhood in '96 and showed in San Diego that he still could walk the walk around the block. We know he can talk the talk. The skater who taunted society and who has driven inline's commercial cutting edge finessed a 5th place finish. Chris Edwards was the only other skater in the final over the age of 19. Driving himself with the hell-bent fury of Thelma and Louise toward the canyon's edge, he aired arrogantly past opportunities for technical tricks, preferring burliness or burial and nothing in between. He took bronze. Aaron Feinberg was just barely old enough to drive. On his 16th birthday, he let himself off an 11-foot ledge. So clean. And right into the 360 over the spine. He matches the profile of the radius of the ramps so well with his foot position.
This run has just been chock full of tricks.
Eisenberg led the congratulatory charge toward the new champion. The celebration was alarmingly traditional as the older establishment crumbled like cake.
Happy birthday, Aaron! Tim Ward is the most technical, well-rounded skater right now alive in the sport. Tim has a very efficient pump. The speed at which he spins around and in an unnatural direction, he makes it look so easy. These are some of the most difficult tricks, grinds as well. Oh, so technical, getting his foot underneath him, turning it sideways.
Never touched down with the hand.
Beautiful invert. Going up and coming back the same way.
Not a generally recommended method of stress relief, but it works for the leader in qualifying and the leader in the men's finals, Tim Ward.
Tim Ward, 2 grabs. His head finds the coping plenty early enough, and he's able to land right underneath the coping. And here, touching his toes on the coping and then planting right off of it. So technical.
Chris Edwards is back on the podium at the X Games. Tied Chris of France, a breath of fresh air at the X Games, showing great ambidextrous skill. Takes silver. Tim Ward, he's the gold medalist in '97 in San